Hello, welcome to Al Stock Trade. So I was actually planning on making this video for our private stock terminal. One of our members went ahead and asked, I believe up here, about what command do I use to find the simple moving average. We had a couple. This one particularly here, which basically shows us, but there's one that's complex, and I felt like I might as well share it to the YouTube community because this will be actually useful information for Clover Health. So I might as well just go ahead and share with you guys, and also to William here. So just kind of kill two birds, one stone. All right. So very quickly, what you want to do is you want to just pick any stock terminal, right? You want to open up the help menu. Okay. When you open up the help menu, you're going to get a bunch of helps. Okay. You want to pick this one, the second one, right? If you want complex technical analysis. Then obviously you hit different pages. You hit next, or whatever. And then you go in and you pick a certain command. In this example, we're just going to hit charts. Actually, we're scratch that. We're gonna delete that command. We're just gonna hit the 15-minute command, which shows the intraday 15-minute chart for whatever ticker you want. We're gonna choose Clove, as this is a Clover Health video. Once we go ahead and pick this, you're gonna get this beautifully drawn out. There's a lot going on here, so sometimes it's hard to read here. As you can see, this is very difficult to read. So what you can do is there's a little button here you can press, and as soon as you press it, it takes you into an interactive window. This window, you can move, you can zoom in, you can zoom out, right? So very simple. You just hit this here, interactive, and then you can play with this around, okay? So I'm going to break this down to see exactly how you can read this really quickly, so because there's just a lot going on here, okay? And again, if you want access to our stock terminal, there's a link down below. We have a 7-day free trial, and so for people that are interested. So first things first is you see these dashed lines here? Well, first off, let me just kind of let me just zoom in a little bit here so we can have a better image here. Okay. So you see these dash lines here? We have a dash line here, a purple dash line here, a purple dash line here, a purple dash line here, and a purple dash line here. So these purple dash lines show these numbers, these purple numbers: 102, 99 cents, 96 cents, 92 cents, 90 cents. These are support and resistance lines for Clover. Already, it pre-maps it for you. So these are your support and resistance lines just like that. So that's one part that's basically superimposed on this graph. No, exactly. There's a lot of hidden features in here. So there's a lot. That's what I'm saying. This is the Bloomberg of literally Bloomberg-like terminal for all retail investors to thrive in the market. Okay, so then there's that. So we just talked about just these couple lines. As you can see, there's a spaghetti worth of lines here. There's a lot to discuss, okay? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to just look at the volume. This just looks at volume, okay? The bottom here is MACD, okay? And the bottom here is RSI, okay? So you can look at those at different indicators. Remember, as a trader, you got to look at the 15-minute chart, 5-minute, 30-minute, daily, weekly. You get the point, okay? So you see this line right here? This line? There's a line here. See that line I'm highlighting? That line right there? This is a simple moving average. This is the simple moving average line. Okay? So now we just talked about that line. Now we're going to discuss the Fibonacci. So does the Fibonacci actually work? Yes, it does. Absolutely it does. So now you see these numbers here? There's a number here. There's a number here. There's a number here, a number here, 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 and here. Don't confuse these numbers right here with these numbers over here. This is the Fibonacci sequence retracements. Okay, as you can see, if you would have followed this and you would have seen this beautiful Fibonacci, you would have been able to look like you would have been able to capitalize on this trade. If you're, I'm just talking about Clover because I'm showing this video, but you could do any stocks: short squeeze, name squeeze, Tesla, whatever you want. Okay. So if you would have gone to Clove here, and if you would have looked at here, if you would just want, if you have a short-term trading account, that's a 16% gain. Okay. All right. So now that we went ahead and did this, now we're going to look at this kind of bubble. Okay. So let me see if I can, there's a little bubble here. In fact, let me see if I can do a screenshot. Okay, so you see this little here, you see my mouse, follow my mouse. So you see this red line here and almost this kind of red blackout, kind of like a, not a red blackout, but kind of like a red shade that goes all the way from here, all the way from here. These are Bollinger Bands, okay? These are Bollinger Bands, okay? So this basically helps you determine in terms of kind of the variety of, where the stock could go. Obviously, I'm making this simple for a short video. There's a lot going on here, okay? This takes years to understand, and this is where we teach on the Mastering Stock Market course. It's how, we combine technicals and fundamentals. So that's that, and you can kind of look at this bubble here, okay? Okay. So now that we went ahead and we talked about this, we have this blue line direction here. This is part of the Fibonacci sequence retracements, okay? But let's review. This purple line here, this purple line here, purple line here, purple line here. If you drag it all the way, it shows you the support and resistance. So these purple numbers are support and resistance, okay? These numbers here are Fibonacci sequence retracements. This blue line here is simple moving average. And then we have other moving averages here, which we'll discuss later. But the beautiful part about this, because you can actually interact with this. You can zoom in. You can zoom in here. You can zoom out. You can say, okay, I want to look at this day. And what it'll do is it'll basically show you the date, the open, the high, the low, the SMA for that day, and a volume. So you can interact with these numbers. This is not just a stationary. This is software, guys. We have a lot of this here. Okay, we have multiple softwares interacting with one another, and you can essentially look at this and kind of calculate where do you think this is going. So we're talking about CLOV here, but let's just go ahead and pull up Tesla. Okay? You pull up Tesla, and you can look at it here. Or you can open up with the interactive. And when you open up with the interactive, you can see the Bollinger Bands, okay? You can see the support and resistance. As you can see, this is pretty complex here, okay? Support and resistance. And you guys get the point, okay? And you can see the Fibonacci, how the Fibonacci helps you, right? So that's kind of where things are at. This is where, so it's definitely cool. I might just be placing it in the wrong charts. It takes time. It takes time. But I hope that this was very helpful, William, to essentially help you use the platform more effectively. Just understand that I just showed you one command here. There's a lot more other commands. Look at all these commands. Look at all this. Look at all these commands that you have. The list goes on. The list goes on. Okay, and then you open up this help menu, and you have all these commands. Okay, you have all these commands: insider trading, security analysis, stock fundamentals. Okay, and you can just click on it, and you'll get the command. So there's a lot here. I'm very excited for you to investigate this. Again, for people that are watching here on YouTube, we do have a 7-day free trial, so it's literally risk-free. There's really nothing that people can lose. All right, we're very confident with our platform. It's definitely for the retail community space. All right, have a wonderful day, guys, and enjoy the weekend. Bye-bye.